right, folks, Captain Paul here, and today I'm aboard a 37-foot Regency, and it's about 40, probably 42 foot overall, and this is a trunk controller. What's so amazing about this boat is it's been one owner for 27 years, and wait till you see this engine room. I'm going to do a little walkthrough video on it. It is for sale by owner, and it's just an amazing example of the guy that possibly wants to do just a tad bit of work, but doesn't have to do, there's no mechanical work. There's no working on the air conditioners. There's no working on the autopilot. There's no working on any of this stuff. You just turn the key and go do America's Great Loop. And so for you guys that are really, really looking for that just turnkey, ready to go boat to do America's Great Loop, or just go cruise the Bahamas or something. This boat is a cruise. This thing's been up and down the East Coast. It's actually done the loop probably 3 or 4 times in its 27 years. It's done the Bahamas several times. It's been parked at the Bahamas. It's spent a lot of its life, I'd say half of its life, it's been spent in freshwater undercover storage. So and you can see that in the engine room. When I take you guys down in this engine room, it's just amazing how pristine the engine room is. It's probably, I was telling the owner that it's probably the top 3 engine rooms that I've ever been in, and I would say for just walking on the boat and doing nothing, I would say this is probably the cleanest one, only because it needs it's like all I see is a little bit of dirt on the engine room, and that's because he just had it in the yard. February, just had a complete bottom all the way sandblasted down, barrier coat put on, bottom paint put on it, and that was literally done a month ago. So when I say that this boat is turnkey, ready to go, especially what really makes these boats and what really makes these boats stand out is how they can be single-handed. So for you single guys that aren't so lucky to have the wife, or lucky, who knows, but anyway, is these doors right here. So you have this side door right here. So if I'm doing the locks or whatever I'm doing, I have the side door to walk right out here. I've got this lower helm right here, and then I'll take you up on top and show you that top helm up there. But this boat is super, super easy because of these doors. And look right over here, Chuck, show them right there, that door right there on the side. So you guys can see that it has both of these doors for easy, super easy access in and out of the boat for you guys that are anybody that's going to be a single hand. And that's what makes these trunk trollers so amazing. And it's hard to explain to people, but these trunk trollers with those decks that you can just, all single level deck that you can just walk around, super easy for handling and control. And then in these, when you get to the 37s, the smaller ones will have the smaller bunks in them, but this one has a nice big bunk, and I think you're going to be surprised from it as we walk down and I show it to you. It's got a v-berth up front, 2 bathrooms, a separate shower in the rear, and you really got to get to that 37, 38 to get to that. It's got an amazing windlass system on it. It's got the same one that I run on Southern Estate. Can't beat it, 3/8 chain. This baby ain't going nowhere in no type of hurricane. I'd put this boat out in 50, 60 mile an hour winds using the tackle that comes with this boat at a price point that's pretty unheard of, especially for a vintage trawler like this that's been well taken care of, and it shows in the ownership. You have the same owner that's taken care of this boat for 27 years, covered storage, just well maintained. All electronics work on it, and so I'm going to take you on a walkthrough video of it. Anybody's interested, man, please just leave a comment down below. We'll get back to you as quick as you can, or you can just shoot me an email, private email, if you're interested in it. But I'm going to tell you right now, they don't get any cleaner, and they don't get much better than this right here at this price point. All right, guys, so I'm going to walk down into this v-berth right here. And you can see all in good shape. What's really amazing, and what I really look for in these type of boats, is see like the wood here. I don't see any moisture damage at all. So, but that's a testament to a lot of just a loving owner. Southern Estate isn't even in this kind of shape. I mean, I've got some not rot, but where the water had come down these panels, and these are just, look at this. This is just amazing. Wow, this v-berth. Probably. It is the nicest v-berth I've ever walked into as far as shape with the wood around the windows. Anyway, here's the bathroom, the front head. You can see it. Toilet looks like almost brand new. then we have a closet over here. See that closet? Nice big hanging locker right there. And then this is our electrical panel right here for your air conditioners. You can see that this is a 12K air conditioner. It's got two new air conditioners on it. One's a 12 and one's a 16. So then you open the panel right here. This is for your electrical panel. Yeah, nice. Just really, really nice. So now I'm going to come back out of here, going up into here, and some of the just amazing features about this boat are, look at this heater right here. Is that freaking amazing right there? And you may think that's stupid, but when you're doing America's Great Loop, or you're doing, you want to go do the Great Lakes, which this boat has been to the Great Lakes several times, that heat is a big deal. It really, really is. And then we just put a brand new Force 10 propane stove and oven in it. That's not original equipment. Most of them are those old painted things that you see in there. And then this refrigerator right here is a Nordic, and it is 12 volt and 110. You can run this boat on its battery capacity for 4 days, and it doesn't have any solar, it doesn't have anything. That's just with a full charge. And what I'm looking for here, guys, is all this no damage around these windows. That's just amazing, just absolutely amazing. I mean, in the master bedroom here, we're going to see a little bit of damage around the windows, but very, very little for a vintage boat like this. I got the table here that flips over, so it's so cool. Can't wait to take you down in that engine room. Wow. Refrigerator, like I said, it's 110, 12 volt. Nice size too. Another cool feature about this boat, I want to show this to you real quick, is this right here, is this water filter system right here. This water filter system right here, just this system right here, just if you want to go buy that, this hooks to your freshwater tank, and then you pump it, and this is where you drink all your water from. So you make ice, drink water, whatever you want to do from this thing right here. Just this piece right here. If you're building this boat, getting ready for America's Great Loop or the Bahamas or anything, $700. It's already in. I wish I had it. That is a feature I do wish I had on Southern Estate. Then we have obviously a microwave over here. Just an amazing, amazing boat. I like walking on these boats, and like this boat's just been surveyed, and it's just got out of the boatyard. Gator over there at the boatyard, Nelson's boatyard, he just went through this whole boat, fixed everything, the cutlass bearing, all brand new bottom job. When I say brand new bottom job, I mean the bottom was completely pulled out, sandblasted off. Now these windows right here, these are not original windows, as you can tell. These are aluminum windows, and this is just a little bit of water damage here. That's about the only water damage that I see in the entire boat. So that's amazing when you see one in this kind of shape. It's got the queen, nice big bed back here, easy access in and out. Go up those stairs and you're right back up here on the deck. Got a nice big hanging closet right here. Look at all these drawers. Nice chair to sit in back here. And then the bathroom right here. What I really like about it, and you got to get to this to not be standing in your shower. That's one thing we didn't like, is you got to really get to the 38, 39 footers to get a separate shower. So that's very cool that it has it. You can see the toilet right there, really good shape. No odors in this boat at all, nothing. Little desk right there. So, all right, I'm gonna make my way out to the back of the boat here. And I just love how they, just great access, nice, put a screen in here. So look at this dinghy rack right here, just solid as a rock. I mean, this is what you wanna see. You wanna see your dinghy way up out of the water, like this, way up high. If you're gonna run with a dinghy, that's what you want to see. And then let's take a walk around the decks right here. So one of the negatives of this boat is the teak decks. And what do I always say about teak decks? If you got teak decks on an old vintage trawler, you got leaky tiki decks. And what you can tell that is the screens. And one of the things that, it's an issue that you'll have to deal with. It's probably the biggest issue that you'll have to deal with on this particular boat. And there's a couple ways to deal with it. And you as an owner would have to figure that out. But Anyway, so we'll come over here. I want to show you this windlass. This is the same exact, look at this chain and windlass right here. That's the same one that I have on Southern Estate. Just an amazing windlass. And that's my favorite windlass. I've been out on probably 10, 15 different boats with different windlass setups, and this one is really, really hard to beat. This boat has a bow thruster. The hull is just in amazing shape. I want to take you out here. I want to show you this hull. So I'm walking down the slide deck here, and like I said before earlier in the video, you know, these two doors that you come in and out of. So look at this. I mean, rarely do you see one with the buffed out hull, but I think that has a lot to do with being being in covered storage most of its life. I mean, this hull is almost buffs out like a Graham Banks, it looks like. Just amazing. Whew. You just don't see them that clean. And you can kind of see this dinghy setup from the outside looking at it. Like I said, oh my God, it's beautiful. Look at that stainless steel grill right up there. Oh, yeah. So a telltale sign, when you go to buy a boat from somebody, this is just, I can't emphasize this enough. See how these cords, look at these cords right here. I don't see some old, rusty, knotty, old looking cord. I see brand new cords. And that's because that's an owner that cared about that and took care of it, and that it's hard to explain that and express that in any type of video. But old cords can do a lot of damage to your boat, and it's, you know, look at these. You're buying the boat with basically brand new cords on here, or he comes out and polishes them all the time. But this bottom job, like I said, this bottom job was just done. It's about a month old. No sense in doing a bottom job on this boat. I mean, it's just turnkey. It's as turnkey as you can get. Now you might need some modifications for yourself, but you don't need any modification. You don't need to do anything to this boat. You can just hop in this boat and start America's Great Loop tomorrow if you wanted to. All right, let's take a walk up to the fly bridge right here. And when I say that too, like, even the fuel was just polished in it. So, you know, you got a single engine Ford Lehman, and he just had the fuel polished in it. Why is that so important? Because, man, you get out there in a single screw, you want nice, clean fuel. It's one of the biggest things I did on Loop Princess was polishing the fuel, but it also takes pride in ownership, because here you got a guy that selling the boat, he wants the fuel polished before you buy it. I compare this to like the same type of owner as the last main ship that I just sold. That's the type of owner you're dealing with. I mean, he cares that everything is done and that somebody's getting some value for their money, and it matters to him. I want to point out this canvas too, because again, this canvas is all about 4 years old. And then it has a full cover for here, and then it has a full cockpit cover, but all just in really, really good shape. It almost looks brand new. It's just like I said, I love the guys that buy the boats and say, I gotta have a full enclosed bridge. No, you don't. I took off my full enclosure. I can't stand a fully enclosed bridge. You know what you got when you got a fully enclosed bridge like this over here? You got a lot of mold to clean up every single day, and when you get tired of that, you take it off and you say, I've had enough of it. And so, like, he's got the same exact thing I got here. I got a dash cover that goes over that, and I got my bimini top, and I do have a little windshield on mine, but that's it. My bridge is completely open, and all of the big boys run with their bridges open, and the reason is because up here is just literally just a mold magnet. Check, I mean, even just every little detail. I mean, here we're looking at our water tanks and our lazarette. I'm going to open it all the way up here and show it to you, but just super cool. All right, guys, so you open these two engines hatches right here, and I'm going to take you down into probably one of the prettiest engine rooms that I've ever been in. And you got to remember, this boat is a 1986, right? Regency. And, you know, to walk into an engine room like this, I mean, this is amazing. So this is probably, like I said, one of the cleanest engine rooms I've ever been in. It's got a single Ford Lehman, with a bow thruster, all just reworked. This thing has 6,000 hours on it. You see the coolers here have been replaced. This all it's good stuff that you want to see. Look at that alternator and hot water heater. Just a super clean engine room. The fuel was just polished on this thing. Spin-on fuel filters. May not think that's a big deal, but get out there and need to change these. You got your dual ray core setup back there. Transmission has been rebuilt in this boat. Just look at this. Super, super clean. Yeah, look at that gear. Just absolutely gorgeous in here. Fuel filter, oil filter, your spin-on fuel filters right here. These are normally the canister ones, but this has had the conversion. And all the filters up to date. It's just super, super clean. So Gator over at the boatyard just put all brand new exhaust hose. So brand new exhaust hose going in here. Brand new exhaust hose, exhaust clamps going from here all the way out the back of the boat. That's already done. And on these 40-year-old trawlers, that's really what you want to see, because these exhaust hoses are a big deal. They really are. Some people take them for granted. Look at that, just super, super clean. I mean, you're not going to walk in a cleaner engine room. I would say I've seen a couple of them, but you don't see them very often. They look like this. Coolers are installed correctly. You can see, because it's you don't want to see them. You want to see this raw like this. This would have to be painted and stuff like that. But man, I just love it. Love what I see here. All right, guys. I just want to iterate here. What you're looking at here, because it's these boats in this kind of condition. I would say, I don't want to use the word unicorn, but it's really hard to find one in this kind of shape. And is it perfect? No. Is it a 40-year-old trawler? Yes. I walk in here, no odors. I don't smell diesel. I don't smell any sewage. Everything the toilets look in really good shape. The refrigerator here, 12 volt, 110. I've got 4 days of on anchor hook. I've got new air conditioners in the thing. Electronics are all in good shape. The thruster, bottom just done. I mean, you're talking about an owner, and I can't emphasize this enough, that this boat has spent most of its 27 years that he's owned it in a covered slip in fresh water, over half of it. This boat has cruised, the East Coast. It's done the loop probably twice, if you wanted to count how many times it's gone down the river system, up the river system, over to the Bahamas. It's already done it. This is a veteran of that. And then when you get an owner that has owned it this long and then taken this kind of share, before he goes to list the boat for sale, it goes over to Nilsson's. It gets a new bottom job, and I'm not talking just any bottom job. I'm talking the whole thing gets sandblasted off, new barrier coat, and new bottom paint. Very, very rare. I mean, most guys will just scrape off the barnacles and throw some bottom paint on there and call it a $2,000 paint job. No, not this guy. It's an $8,000 bottom job on this boat. And that's what it takes to bring it back, and put that barrier coat on there. It is what it is. And so when you're looking at the price point of this boat, you could have done it or he could have done it, but he did it. And that's what the price reflects on it. And you still got a discounted price on this boat. Buck value on this boat right now is probably somewhere around $70,000-ish. And he's even bringing it to market even a little bit less, because he knows somebody's going to have to deal with these teak decks at some point. Deal with them or don't deal with them. But the next guy that owns it probably should deal with these teak decks, and that and so that's something that he's accounted for in the price. And just like this brand new stove right here, the water system on this, there's thousands. It's not even thousands. It's tens of thousands of dollars of work that's been done to this boat that you don't have to do. And I don't know, the dinghy's not included, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk. I want you guys to, I want somebody to dig deep. One of you budget guys out there that wanted to get done on this loop and do this loop. Let's bring some offers and see if Chuck. I don't think he's asking too much money for the boat at all, and I think that the right guy, looking for that economical single engine. You can't get a better package, bow thruster, easy to maneuver. I could back this boat in, I pull it forward. 2 or 3 days of lessons on this boat. You can teach anybody to drive it, single hand, great walk around the decks. It just doesn't get any better than this. Anyway, peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. Love.